How does my inner being feel about you? I can't stand you. I find injustice in you. I see wrongdoing in you. I've seen bad choices in you. I've seen what I think are negative repercussions because of what you've done. I can't stand you, and now I've got a knot in my stomach, and it's your fault because I didn't have this knot in my stomach before I saw you and felt the need to condemn you. If you had behaved better, I wouldn't have to condemn you. If you'd been standing over there with my good friends, then I wouldn't have to feel this way. Go over there and stand with them and behave like them. You, now, go over there and be like them. When I look there, I feel so much better than when I look there. And look at you. What? It's none of my business? But it is my business because I'm looking at you and I feel bad. And if you'd stop being that way, I wouldn't feel this way. You need to be different. Get over there. You need to be different so that I can feel better. You need to be different so that I can feel better. Oh God, please help them to be different so that I can feel better. If they would be different so that I could feel better, then my world would be complete. Oh, there's another one. The world's crawling with them. They all need to be different so that I can feel better. Feel the powerlessness in that. They cannot be different for you. It is not their job to be different for you. So, what's my choice? I cannot stand the way you be. It makes me feel this way. Here's where the question comes in. Inner being, what do you think about them? You gotta be kidding. You love them, but did you see what they did? You didn't? You weren't looking? You were looking over there? That's the thing that we so want you to hear. The source within you will not see the negative aspects that you are using to destroy your own lives. The source within you only sees that which is a vibrational match to that which is good. So when you ask the question, inner being, what do you think about this person? What do you think about this situation? Sometimes you're not ready to hear the answer because often you're still in the attitude of trying to defend how you feel. Because, friends, we love you so much. You'd rather be right than feel good. So when you spread your world out before you and you put some of it in bad piles and some of it in good piles, and then you try to win the hearts and minds of the people by getting them to agree with you about which are the bad piles and which are the good piles. You see what a mess that makes? You see how you can't even come to agreement about what behavior should be offered because you've come forth in such diversity for the balance of the planet. Do you know that you come forth as people with deliberate intentions to be different for the diversity and balance, so that you are inspired from within in your differences? So then, when you demand that those differences go away and that you become sane, you defy the very essence of the source, of the soul, of the beginning of that which is you. But there is such an easy way to go about this. You will ask yourself the question, how does my inner being feel about this? Let it be a question that comes up all day, every day. When you ask the question, inner being, source within me, God force within me, whatever you want to call it, what do you think about this? And you listen, you will feel thoughts of reassurance and relief washing through you again and again, as you will, subject by subject, person by person, circumstance by circumstance, event by event, allow yourself to come back into alignment with who you really are on all subjects. Because within every particle of this universe, within every person, within every experience, that there is that which is wanted and lacking. It's just the magnificent balance of all that is. And when you decide to orient yourself toward what feels best to you as you focus upon it, you will attune yourself to the vibration of your true center. You will attune yourself to the vibration of the source within you. And as you attune yourself to that, you will thrive. And we got to say to you, and you know it too, in your thriving, you're less worried about everyone. In your thriving, you are less concerned about the injustices of the world, because in your thriving, you are tuned to something other than the injustice of the world. You got to ask yourself, am I tuning myself to injustice, or am I tuning myself to well-being? Which is it? Am I tuning myself to love, or am I tuning myself to hate? Have I tuned myself to confusion, or have I tuned myself to clarity? Have I tuned myself to the best of you, or have I tuned myself to the worst of you? And when you start saying to yourself, how am I tuning myself? How am I tuning myself? You take back your power, because when you say, I see something I do not like, and you say, oh wait, I have the capacity to see something I do like wherever I look, or I have the capacity to look somewhere else where there's something that I do want to see that is easy to see. As you begin to show yourself that you can control the way you feel, because you can control what you think about, you can control your alignment with Source or not, then you begin to understand. You see hateful people around you, you see hateful people doing hateful things, and your heart goes out to them because you know, because you've been there yourself. They're not tuned to who they really are. They're out there on that raw and ragged edge. They've taken themselves apart from who they are, and they're suffering mightily because of it. And they are undoubtedly focused upon someone else that they are blaming for it, and they are undoubtedly focused upon someone else that they are blaming for it, until there is a chain of pain that you cannot stop by joining the chain of pain. You cannot help them as you suffer. You can only help them in your thriving. You cannot help them in your confusion. You can only help them in your clarity. You cannot help them in your poverty. You can only help them in your abundance. You can only help the others when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. And so this seminar is about the only thing that we ever talk about, which is helping yourself. All of your power is in your personal alignment, and one who is connected to Source is more powerful than millions who are not. Your power of persuasion, your power of attraction, your power of influence is mighty when you are in alignment with who you are, and it is minuscule and paltry when you are out of alignment with who you are. And so this is the art of allowing me to tune myself in to who I am.